Sometimes, the truth behind a crime is more mysterious than we can imagine. Some cases become so famous that millions of people around the world follow every detail, trying to understand what really happened. Today, we are going to talk about one of the most shocking and controversial criminal cases in the history of the United States. A case involving fame, mystery, and a trial watched by millions of people. This is the story of the murder of Nicole Brown Simpson and Ron Goldman, and the man at the center of the investigation, former football star O.J. Simpson. In 1994, a shocking crime shook the entire United States. In a quiet neighborhood in Los Angeles, a woman named Nicole Brown Simpson was living there. She was the ex-wife of the famous American football player O.J. Simpson. And then neighbors discovered a horrifying scene outside Nicole's house. Nicole and a young man named Ron Goldman were found dead outside the entrance of her home. The police quickly arrived and began investigating. The crime shocked many people because the victims did not appear to have enemies, and the situation seemed mysterious. As the investigation continued, suspicion began to focus on one person, Nicole's ex-husband, O.J. Simpson. Simpson was extremely famous in America. He was a legendary football player and also appeared in movies. Because of this, the case quickly became one of the most talked about stories in the media. When police tried to arrest him, something unusual happened. On the day he was supposed to turn himself in, Simpson fled in a white vehicle with a friend. A long police chase followed on the highway. Millions of people across the United States watched the event live on television as helicopters followed the car from the sky while police urged Simpson to surrender. Eventually, the chase ended and Simpson surrendered to the police. What followed became one of the most famous trials in American history. The trial lasted for many months, and every day it was heavily covered by the media. Prosecutors presented several pieces of evidence, including blood evidence from the crime scene and gloves believed to have been used during the crime. However, Simpson's defense team argued that mistakes had been made during the investigation and tried to create doubt about the evidence. One moment during the trial became extremely famous. Simpson was asked to try on the gloves found at the crime scene, but the gloves appeared too small for him. One of the defense lawyers then said the famous line, "If the glove doesn't fit, you must acquit." In 1995, the jury delivered the final verdict. O.J. Simpson was found not guilty in the criminal case. The decision shocked the country. Some people believed the verdict was correct, while others remained convinced that Simpson was responsible. Later, the victims' families filed a civil lawsuit against Simpson. In that case, the court ordered him to pay millions of dollars in damages to the families of Nicole Brown, Simpson, and Ron Goldman. To this day, the case remains one of the most famous and controversial criminal cases in American history. And even now, many people still ask the same question. Was O.J. Simpson truly innocent? Or was the truth never fully revealed? Even today, the case of Nicole Brown, Simpson, and Ron Goldman remains one of the most debated cases in the history of the United States. The trial of O.J. Simpson was watched by millions of people around the world, and many still question what really happened that night. Was justice truly served? Or did the real truth disappear behind fame, media attention, and controversy? Some people believe the court made the right decision. Others still believe that the mystery of that night has never been fully solved. But one thing is certain. This case changed American history and remains one of the most famous criminal trials ever. What do you think? Do you believe the truth was revealed? Or is there still something hidden?